Yo, what's up, YouTubers? Welcome back to another session. NFL games. We didn't do too good on those this week, right? I'll get right to it. We didn't do too good on those. And the reason why is not because the teams weren't good enough to win. My analysis were on point. It's just if you go back and watch the games of the teams I told you to bet on for NFL, you see a lot of freak stuff happen. So a lot of things that happened, that a lot of things that went wrong, which sometimes do occur in sports, of course. Yeah, but it's all right. We're gonna rebound. This is a week to week thing. Um, every week, I promise, I'm gonna give you the best analysis that I could possibly give you. On who to pick for your teams. And so we'll start off with college for this week. Right, got my college list right here. Okay, for this week. All right, our first game is going to be Thursday, Army versus Temple. All right, now these teams that I'm telling you guys to pick, right? You don't have to parlay them all together. Okay, you can if you want to on one bet, but my recommendation is to do 2 and 3 teams parlays. Three being the max. But if you want to do 4 and 5, of course, that's up to you. But Thursday, we have Army versus Temple. All right, I'm choosing Army for that game. Then we have Friday, Miami against Virginia Tech. So Virginia Tech have 2 returning starters come back, but the way Miami has been playing, the depth that they have, how they've been playing and just, killing people, outside of the conference. Now, when you look at the schedule, it's like, okay, they haven't really played anybody. But if you look at the rest of the schedule, there's no reason Miami shouldn't go undefeated. I have Miami definitely winning this game at Sun Life Stadium. And if you want to go as far as taking the points, right now, I think Miami is a 19-point favorite. So I feel so good about this game. Me personally, I'm going to take the points to the game, but I'm just telling you, as my viewer, to take the game. Okay, just take the game. If you want to do the points, that's fine too. And then also Friday we have Washington at Rutgers. I like Rutgers in this one. Rutgers is very disciplined. I like what Greg Schiano is doing. He's a former defensive coordinator for the University of Miami. He brought the Rutgers program back from the dead twice. This is his second stint at Rutgers, so I think he's going to do a great job this year. Especially in this game. It'll be a close one. But Rutgers will definitely take it. All right, so Saturday we have Texas, right? I like Texas if Quinn Ewers is playing. I don't like. I don't think Arch Manning has everything that he needs, to win this game for 4 quarters. I don't like how he played against University of Louisiana Monroe, throwing 2 interceptions. You do that against this team, and they're going to make you pay the price with points. So if Quinn Ewers is playing, if Quinn Ewers is healthy, I like Texas. Outside of that, you do what you want. You can go either way. All right, and also we have Ohio State at Michigan. Ohio State, I'm taking Ohio State all the way. Okay, Ole Miss versus Kentucky. I love Ole Miss. Ole Miss is good on both sides of the ball. Kentucky, they're one trick pony with defense. But once Ole Miss, that defense, that offense is just too powerful, and that defense at Ole Miss is good enough to shut down Kentucky's offense. Hands down. Then we have Penn State against Illinois. This is going to be a tough one right here. I like Penn State. I like Penn State versus Illinois. I think they'll win that one. USC versus Wisconsin. I like USC in this one. I know they just had the loss. I think they're going to rebound from that loss, and they're going to take it out on Wisconsin. Wisconsin, I don't see anything, over there that has you jumping for joy. So, USC in that one. Utah versus Arizona. Utah. Take Utah in this one. Utah is a well-rounded team. You know, Arizona, they have an identity crisis right now. They're not sure what they're good at, what they're not good at. All right, then we have LSU versus South Alabama. Enough said, right? Enough said. You know, LSU, they're not as good as they've been in past, but against South Alabama, there's no reason they should have any problem with South Alabama. Something crazy would have to happen. You know, something crazy would have to happen. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, LSU in that one all the way, okay? Michigan versus Minnesota. Whew, Michigan has, they have a few players from last year's championship team. I think they're finally trying to find their identity and they're coming into their own, right? If you see me looking up, I'm looking at the TV as well, the sports channel. So that's why I'm looking up a lot. And then Minnesota, you know, there's nothing going on there. Minnesota has not really been relevant, you know, since COVID. You know, they have not really been relevant since COVID. I have not seen any relevancy of goodness. You know, the coach over there, you know, he used to be at Western Michigan. You know, I thought he was going to come in there and turn that place around. He was on the verge of doing it, but COVID really got him. And then now with these NIL deals, good luck. You know, but Michigan takes that one. Maybe by 20 they win. Clemson versus Stanford. Stanford is an okay team, you know, but Clemson has this all the way. You know, it would be very hard to pick against Clemson in this one. Fresno State versus UNLV. Fresno State all the way. Bowling Green versus Old Dominion. Bowling Green all the way. This game, I like Bowling Green to really take it to them. USF versus Tulane. USF, they have some good players on defense. Their defensive backs, you know, I believe are the top, one of the top groups in the country. Their quarterback, I believe, is on the verge of having he's going to come into, once he comes into his own, he's going to be a beast. You know, and against Tulane, I believe that they will shut down Tulane. They will shut them down, you know, ferociously. You know, they have run stuffers over there at USF as well, so it's going to be hard for Tulane to run the ball also. The issue with USF is playing for 4 quarters, right? Playing for 4 quarters. If they can do that, they win this game easily. If they can, you know, if they can get up big early, this game will be over with. Navy against University of Alabama Birmingham. Navy sucks up so much of that clock with that option that they run. You know, Navy is known to run option. Obviously, you know, all service categories, because they don't really have quarterbacks like that. Navy will suck up this clock. Navy will play disciplined football against University of Alabama. University of Alabama, they are not where they need to be. Trent Dilfer, he's trying to do a great job. Not sure if he's built to be a head coach like that because of, you know, his personality and how he is. I don't think the players are really playing for him like that. I think they're just playing for themselves, you know, but that's just my opinion. But take Navy in that one. I believe Navy will win that one handsomely. But that's your college picks for the week. You know, if you have any more picks, any teams that I'm missing, you know, any teams you want to incorporate, put them down there in the comments. You know, let me know, and then I'll always comment on your comments that you have, and just, you know, let's win this week, man. Let's win this week. You know, I went undefeated last week with all of my college picks, so you know, this is the hope to do it again. You know, this is the hope to do it again. So I'll be coming out with an NFL video. Look for that shortly. Like and subscribe to this one, and I promise you, you know, we're gonna do big things together, baby. All right, have a blessed one.